Why is it that it seems the Palestinians have no actor who can intervene and protect them?
The Western world seems unable to do anything about it. And I think there are several reasons for that. One is a reluctance to criticize Israel that's baked into foreign policy and domestic politics. Part of it is the Europeans being preoccupied with the major war that they have on their frontier in Ukraine, and the Middle East just being less of a priority. Partly, it's also the failure of Arab regimes to do very much, the Gulf states, Egypt. And of course, we have a U.S. administration that doesn't care, to the point that technically it's still the official policy of the U.S., although they keep walking back from it and then going forward to it again, that President Trump explicitly said we should depopulate Gaza so we can use it for real estate development. So, the official policy of the United States is it's okay to forcibly displace 2.2 million people if that's what Israel wants to do. And of course, the Israelis were smart enough to seize upon that and now frame their current policies as implementation of the Trump plan. But the U.S. isn't going to do anything. Donald Trump does not care about human rights anywhere in the world. The Europeans are preoccupied. The global South doesn't have the muscle. The Russians don't count. The Chinese don't count. The Arab states aren't doing very much.
And yet commentators like Bret Stephens in the New York Times have been saying that this allegation against Israel, that they are committing war crimes, that they are committing genocide, is effectively a blood libel, that in fact, this is a war. This is a war, and war is hell. It's unfortunate that Palestinian civilians are caught in the middle of all of this, but Israel does not have the intention to do away with the Palestinian people, to wipe out the Palestinian people, that this is just part of prosecuting a war intended to make Israel stronger and defend itself from existential threats.
Well, we see some excellent reporting in Haaretz, the Israeli newspaper, on the demolition campaign of buildings, of destroying Gaza, which makes it clear that the purpose isn't just tactical military necessity, which is the requirement under international law. It's blowing up buildings so people can't live there. The explicit policy of the Israeli government is to force people to move south and then ultimately try and find some country that will take them, which is ethnic cleansing. That's explicit. It's not me saying that. It's the Israeli defense minister saying that. And the government of Israel say that that's the Trump plan, because that kind of was the Trump plan. So I think the evidence is overwhelming. In every war, there are partisans who view the entire war through the lens of their political preference, which is what I think you see there. But if you look at all the humanitarian agencies, if you look at most genocide scholars, if you look at most scholars of the Middle East, I think it's pretty clear what we're seeing in Gaza is appalling and apocalyptic and not the normal conduct of warfare.
You've been listening to a clip of In Bed with the Elephant with me, your host, Adrian Harewood. Be sure to check out the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. And please be sure to like and subscribe to the podcast and write a review. We love hearing from you.